Are you seeing a man who talks about his ex a little bit too much? He keeps reminiscing about the good old times and talks about memories, and you don't like it. You don't like it at all. And you don't know how to deal with it. Maybe you have dealt with it. Maybe you have told him to stop, or maybe you have pretended that it was totally okay. I've got you, because that is something that a lot of women go through, including myself in the past. But by the way, if you're totally cool with the situation, if it doesn't bother you, then by all means, this video is probably not for you. But I'm talking about women like myself who don't enjoy that at all. But they do one or two things. So women who are like myself, or at least the past version of myself, when he does that, they pretend that everything is okay, that they're cool, even though on the inside they're fuming, they're upset, they feel insecure, they want to know, why is he still thinking about her? What does she have that I don't? What's going on? And she is on the inside feels so bad, but on the outside she pretends everything is okay. She's not bothered by it, because she thinks that's what secure, confident women do. And then that's a huge mistake, by the way. And I'm going to tell you why. That used to be me. I used to be the cool girl. I used to be coming off as I don't care. I am so confident that you could tell me anything and everything about your ex, and that doesn't bother me. But it wasn't true. It bothered me a lot. I kept comparing myself. And then on the inside, I would be thinking of, what can I do to make him stop? In what ways could I be better? In what ways can I win him over, that all he can think about is me and not her? So I had this internal competition and wanting to know what she looked like and what was she like, that she still has a hold on him, and I don't. So I need to figure that out. That was a huge problem, big mistake. And there are the other types of women. A lot of them are the fiery types. A lot of my clients that are like that when that happens, they lose it. They go into so much rage and upset, or they may get super emotional and cry about it. And they just internally, like, what's going on the inside completely comes on the outside, and they give empty ultimatums. They tell him that he needs to stop, and he's being so insensitive, and he's being an a-hole, all that stuff. That usually doesn't go well either, because most men do not like to be told what to do and how they are being bad, and if we shame them. So what's a girl to do? What do we do in this situation? Well, first of all, the first thing that we want to do is to love ourselves enough to acknowledge that we don't like this, that I don't like to be sitting in front of my love interest, my connection, and for you to be time traveling to the past and tell me about all the great things that you did together or how she was. Just acknowledging that that's not what you like within yourself is an act of love. Now, what is the second thing that we want to do? Instead of being turned on by this misbehavior, instead of finding it so activating in a way that let's use the first example. In the first example, me, or women like me, they want to win him over. They are acting cool, but on the inside, they're feeling really insecure, and they want to, push the competition aside and find a way for him to choose me, love me, pick me, that they are turned on by this. Turn on and turn off doesn't mean that it is a sexual thing. It's just like you're grabbing on. You want to go and get him. You want to hold on to him. You're afraid of losing him. Yeah? So instead of this misbehavior, this way of not very high value way to be a turn off by you, it actually turns you on, activates you. You are trying to make him stop, internally at least, or you start strategizing to how to win him over. Or the other way around of grabbing onto him, telling him he needs to stop. If he doesn't, you're going to leave him. Again, these are all turned on activation, that I'm so afraid of losing you, or how dare you not to value me or talk about another woman in front of me, that there is just, you feel powerless. You feel like you need to be shouting because you're not being heard, or you need to be completely fall apart because he may find another woman in the past in some ways, whatever, more than you. So in both of those situations, we are getting activated and turned on by it. The most high value way of dealing with this is to actually be turned off by this behavior. For you to acknowledge that you don't like something, for you to recognize that this doesn't feel good, and instead of trying to fight for it, to keep it, to actually be like, no, this doesn't feel good. There is nothing more sexy and attractive than a woman who knows what she likes and what she doesn't like, and she actually voices it out. We think that it's insecurity. If I say that I don't like this, he's gonna think that I'm not secure enough or I'm not confident enough, and he's gonna think this and that about me. But confidence is that I don't care what you think about me. I care about how I feel. And if what I say to you actually makes you feel less of me, then you're not the right person for me. That's confidence. Confidence is not trying to control what the other person thinks of you. You care about what you think of you. You care about the fact that you honor your own feelings. So that switch, when it was, clicked in me, that it's actually vibing insecurities, shouting out insecurity when I'm trying to pretend I'm okay with something and I'm not. And by the way, the energy never lies. Energy never lies. We can pretend and we can act we're cool, and a man can spot it. They can feel it. They may not know what is going on, but physically, they're not going to feel attracted towards that energy because there is inauthenticity. Also, they are not going to find someone that is trying to hold on and use, shout and fall apart to way of controlling them attractive either. So both of those ways of acting with it actually decreases attraction. But if you want to increase the attraction, is to actually connect to your own truth, that you don't like this. And when you're not liking this, instead of trying to make it happen and try to get it out of him, you actually feel like, no, I don't like this. So this needs to change, or I really, truly am not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stay here and look at it. When you get the energy part right, when you actually go from the turn on to turn off, feel it right now. When you're trying to grab onto him, you're trying to win him over. What does that feel like? And instead, when you're like, I'm not sure about this. This doesn't feel good. Which one do you feel the power in it? Which one do you find the true confidence in it? Leaning forward, trying to win him, or leaning backward and saying, I don't know about this. I don't think I like this at all. This energy brings a man's energy towards you. Even if he doesn't like it, doesn't mean that he doesn't find it attractive. That's the first part, of course. What's the second part? The second part is actually about voicing it. That you actually let him know, I don't find this feeling good at all. I actually feel really turned off by this. When I'm in front of a man trying to create a connection with him, romantic connection, and he brings forward his past and another emotional connection that he had with another woman, it just doesn't feel good to me at all. I don't like it. And I totally understand that may be something that you like to do with a woman that you're dating. You want somebody that is okay with it, and you have all the right to want that. I'm just telling you that that's not me. That's not me at all. So I just want you to take some time to think about it, what you want to do from here on, because I really am desiring to be with someone that is emotionally available for me and me only. And if that's not you, if you still have some stuff going on, from the past and you have a need to talk about it, I totally get it. It's just not me. So let me know. Mic drop, and you end the conversation there. He may try to push to make you change your mind and say it's no big deal, because that's what people do. They try to push boundaries, but you hold and stand in your power. You stay true to yourself. You don't do it as an empty threat. This is actually really important, that you mean it. You don't go into the trial and error, saying it and then backing out and saying it and backing out. You actually are going to not stand for someone that is emotionally unavailable and thinks it's okay to talk about someone else, that he had an emotional connection, and to reminisce about it. I'm not talking about, saying something that has no emotions in it, like, oh, I've been here before, to this mall, and then you're like, with who? And he says with his ex. You're like, no, let me give you a script. I'm not talking about that. Obviously, I'm talking about reminiscing and talking about feelings and how great she was and what a great time they had when they bring that forward. Yeah. So keep that in mind. If you like this video, please, please, please like it. This will help the algorithm to reach other women who need this help. And make sure to leave me a comment. I would love to hear what you think. If you have any other questions around it, let me know in the comments as well. And lastly, make sure that you subscribe to not miss another video that is gonna come out soon. One more thing, there are a lot of awesome resources. I work with a lot of single women that were completely single and they wanted to find their true love, their soulmate, and they became a dating queen by using the resources that I have in the description. So go check them out, and I will see you in